cash home buyers humble Texas when other buyers walk away. You've called around. You've talked to cash buyers about your humble property. And they all had the same answer: fix the title issues first. Or maybe they said get the probate resolved, then give us a call back. Or worst of all, they just ghosted you after seeing what the property looked like. Most cash buyers in humble are just chasing easy deals they can flip fast. But We Buy Houses Houston Estate Services operates completely differently. Meet Joshua Syna, the owner who personally handles every transaction. When you call, Joshua Syna answers the phone himself. Not a call center. Not an acquisition specialist. Not someone reading from a script. Joshua has lived in Houston for almost 50 years and spent over 30 years solving the kind of messy real estate problems that other buyers run from. He drives out himself, evaluates your property himself, and makes every buying decision himself. No algorithms. No checklists. No wholesaler planning to assign your contract to someone else for profit. Why humble properties are unique. Humble sits at the intersection of suburban Houston and Lake Houston country. The 77338 zip code covers older Humble with properties that date back decades. Then 77346 stretches into Atascocita and Kingwood with newer subdivisions. And 77396 has a mix of everything from starter homes to acreage parcels. Joshua knows which parts of Humble have foundation concerns from Houston's clay soil. He knows which neighborhoods have flooding history from Harvey. And which specific blocks have stayed dry through every single storm. He can tell you which older properties have real value because of lot size, versus which are just outdated houses on small lots with foundation issues. From Atascocita Pines to Fall Creek, from Summerwood to Walden on Lake Houston, Joshua understands every pocket of this market inside and out. How the cash sale process works in Humble. Step 1: you call Joshua directly. Not some call center in another state. He'll ask about your Humble property, your timeline, and what's prompting the sale. Got complications? Probate, title issues, multiple heirs, tax liens? He actually wants to hear about them. That's where his expertise shines. Step 2: Joshua comes out to see your property within 24 hours. He looks at the whole picture. Not just checking boxes on a form. Within 48 hours, you'll have a fair cash offer in hand. And Joshua explains exactly how he arrived at that number. Full transparency. Step 3: if you accept, contract is ready within 72 hours. We handle all the title work, legal fees, and closing costs. You're not writing checks for title insurance, attorney fees, or anything. Zero fees. Zero commissions. Zero repairs needed. We cover everything. Most Humble sales close within 7 to 14 days from contract acceptance. Some sellers close in as little as 5 days when they need cash urgently. Others take 30 days because they want to coordinate their move properly. We work on your schedule, period. Real stories, complex situations we've solved. A family in the Humble area inherited a property with serious title issues. Multiple heirs were scattered across different states. Nobody could agree. Every other cash buyer told them to get it sorted out first. Joshua tracked down every family member, coordinated signatures across state lines, and handled the entire process at our own expense. Another seller near Atascocita was facing property tax foreclosure. Tens of thousands in delinquent taxes. County had already filed paperwork. Joshua stopped the foreclosure, worked things out with the tax office, and closed the deal, putting cash in the seller's hands within 30 days. A Conroe family just north of Humble had a MERP claim on their property. That's Medicaid Estate Recovery Program. The state was coming after the estate. Every other investor said resolve the MERP claim, then call us. Joshua spent months working with government agencies and got an exemption. That allowed the sale to go through. That's the kind of work we do. What we buy: properties in any condition. Houses, condos, multifamily properties, trailers, and vacant land. When we say as is, we mean it. No matter how bad you think it is. Foundation issues from Houston clay soil? We understand that's endemic to the area. 60-year-old foundations on Houston clay don't age gracefully. We know that. Instead of running away from cracks, we properly evaluate and make fair offers. Properties with flooding history? We buy them. We factor it in fairly. Homes that need major repairs, roof, plumbing, electrical, everything? We handle improvements after closing. You sell as is and walk away clean. Estate and probate situations? With 30+ years of probate experience, Joshua routinely helps families work through heirship, probate, and missing heirs. Behind on taxes? Facing foreclosure? Code violations? Divorce situations? Tired of being a landlord? These are exactly our specialty. How we differ from other cash buyers and humble franchise operators? You get randomly assigned to whoever owns the franchise. When things get complicated, plenty of them bail. iBuyer platforms? Their rigid algorithms reject anything with complexity. Foundation issues, older construction, flooding history? Automatically declined. Wholesalers? They put your property under contract then try to flip it. They're not actually buying your home. When it gets complicated, they disappear. Traditional agents? If your property needs work or involves estate complications, the traditional route creates more headaches than it solves. Our approach is completely different. You call, Joshua Syna personally answers. Our job begins when we contract to buy your home. We take your problems onto our side of the table and solve them at our own expense. Humble neighborhoods we serve. Atascocita Pines, Fall Creek, Summerwood, Eagle Springs. The Groves, Kings River Village, Walden on Lake Houston, Kingwood. Kings Lake Estates, Woodland Pines, Canyon Gate at Park Lakes. Bridges on Lake Houston, Stillwater on Lake Houston, Timber Lakes, Timber Hills. Covering zip code 77338, 77346, 77396, and 77044. Harris County and Montgomery County. If it's in the humble area, we buy it. Your humble home sale partner. You're dealing with Joshua Syna, who personally handles every single transaction. Almost 50 years of Houston knowledge. Over 30 years solving messy real estate. Our professional in-house transaction specialist is assigned to your property and takes care of everything from start to finish. We hold your hand and keep you informed during every single step. The offer process is 100% free and there's never any pressure to accept. Your complicated humble property situation? That's exactly our specialty. Call Joshua Syna directly at We Buy Houses Houston Estate Services. No call center. No screening service. You'll talk with the owner who decides. There's zero obligation to accept our offer. We believe in win-win transactions. Call Joshua today. 713-471-5408. 713-471-5408 webbyhoustonrealestate.com.